How's this, guys? Tickety talk? Let's see. 2 minutes of me talking and nothing. And you still can't hear me. Mic, check. Mic, check. Is this good, guys? Give me a thumbs up, please. All right. 217 people. Hey, the title of this session today is I Am Year 2. This is the beginning of year 2. And session 1 of 1, of which we will do 52 this year. Check that out. We are creating this church together, guys. I do not mean to use the word church in any way to offend anyone. I just don't know any other way to call this. And other people are calling it a church. So if you're cool with it, I'm cool with it. We could call it a communion. I mean, we could really get people all jacked up. You know, this is a communion. We are communing together, and we are going to take communion together. I am, like it or not, appointed the guy that's going to run these things. So I didn't really ask for this job, but I was most certainly given it. Yes, sir. I am at your duty. I'm really excited about this morning. I'm actually in a really awesome, I would say, I am in a really comfortable place. You know, I actually know that I am so on the right track. And quite frankly, I've never been on such a positive track in my whole life. Many people out there will look and go, oh, look at this guy. He's got money. He's got this and he's got that. But I tell you, it has been a confusing journey for me. I think I always get a little jacked up when I see really successful people talking about how everything is perfect. And it irritates me. And then I realize, wow, those people are probably not even aware. Okay. Oh, look at my name, at Gary Gardone. Most of those people won't even be aware, and I'm sitting there judging them as being an ass. But in fact, they're just operating at a level that I've operated at most of my life, which is need to be right, need to be acknowledged, need to be seen, need to be heard, need to have my voice heard, no matter if I have value to add or not. Like, I've been through all this crap, and the more I become conscious, the more I become a greater person. The more I become conscious, the more I become a greater person. This has been a really fascinating year for me to do these. Didn't want to do this, didn't ask for it, but and really resisted the shit out of it. But I'll tell you something, this has been a spectacular experience for me. Personally, spectacular. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what we discovered and what we wrote down in year 1. I'm going to go back through the book that we made all the comments. If you don't have your book with you, clearly, in fact, could everybody tell me if they have their I Am book with them? Could you just go in here? I have my book and I have my pencil. Dude, I have my stuff. Okay, I have my stuff. This is all the stuff we did in year 1. Okay, we made some pictures. Okay, I made all these notes. We're going to go through those notes. I also have another book that I started with. This book, if you remember, we started on day 1. I like to grab really unique books so I don't get them confused with anything else. Like, I have a bunch of these. Okay, like I have 100 of these, I think. But I like to have different books. I mean, something special for the I Am thing. So we're going to go through this if you guys are cool with that. We're going to go through what we reviewed last year, and then we're going to go through some things that I did some writing and reading on this morning that I thought would be helpful for session 1 of year 2. Who's excited about starting year 2 of I am all of me, dude. I just need to be all of me and let you be all of you. All right. So everybody says, okay, let me ask you another question on the book. If I made some I am books and I sold them, would you guys buy them? Okay. Come up with a cool design, maybe a couple of colors, some for girls, some for guys. And we do like a 365-day. I need probably more work than that because I do so much writing. But would you guys dig a book? I'm probably just going to do one for myself. But and y'all want hoodies too. 1 of 1. Y'all do like this, right? Pretty cool. I think I'm going to get rid of this. This is just ego right here. See my logo, just ego. It's a 1 of 1, man. I think it's a movement. Okay. It's a movement. Let's create a movement. I have always wanted to create a movement of like a big movement, it kind of shakes the planet. 477 awesome, spiritual, super energetic, super energy, massive potential individuals in the I Am room on November the 2nd, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are living in absolute history right now, man. Too many things are happening all at the same time. I think it's so exciting. It's unbelievable. You can get scared. You can get depressed. Or we could embrace the change. Change is usually easier for people that have less. I'm going to say that again because I think it's an axiom. People who have less are more able to adapt and change than people that have a lot. And why would that be? Because 1, they have less far to fall. 2, they're probably a hell of a lot more grateful. 3, they're probably more hungry. But 4, the weight of things, cars, girlfriends, villas, stocks, businesses, funds, farms, agriculture, interesting companies, board meetings, airplanes that you own. These things just consume massive amounts of energy and self. I'm not talking about energy on the planet. I'm just attention units, man. Okay. The amount of stuff people have that they're scared to lose becomes a liability in a very, very changing environment. Okay. You want to be flexible right now. You want to be coiled like a snake. You need to be like on the edges, just waiting for your moment to shine, to do what you're supposed to do, okay? To be who you were supposed to be. And we, as a society, let's be honest, sometimes I got to get pissed off before I do anything. We must get honest that we have been lied to by almost everyone, and that includes the people that thought they were doing well. That their intentions were good, but they did no research. They didn't put the dots together. And more importantly, if they did put the dots together, everybody went into hiding and stopped talking about the crime that was going on since 1950. And, all of our parents, their parents, and the kids after them just shut the fuck up. And we took our little money and our prosperity as Americans, and we went quiet. Not only did we go quiet, but we got all caught up in the last 100 years of becoming asset heavy, focused on money only, focused on control and power, focused on a big home, focused on what I look like to my neighbors. Really, really. I mean, when was the last time somebody posted an image of yourself and didn't think about fixing some of the, shall we say, less than perfect characteristics? For instance, me. Look at this face, dude. It's just, I had a guy yesterday telling me, dude, you get too much sun. You probably smoke. You probably drink. You look dehydrated. I've looked like this my whole life. I've been in the sun my whole life. It has not killed me. I don't have skin cancer. You know what? I'm 67 years old, dude. I'm getting old. Okay. See all this? It like, I can Botox it, but it ain't going away. It's part of the deal, man. I like it. I mean, it doesn't bother me in the least. It's not that I like it. I'd love to be perfectly plump and beautiful for the rest of my life, but it's just not going to happen. As my dogs say, we agree, Gary. All right. So where are we headed here? One thing I would ask you guys to do, I'd like you to start asking some questions, especially questions around the I am. Like if you get into trouble or if you get into a problem or if you start discovering things, it'd be awesome to see some questions down in the comments. But this is what we're going to do. And like always, now that we got 1,200 people in here, as always, I want to remind everyone that I was told to be here a year ago. I didn't ask for this job. I don't get paid for this job. I don't charge anything for this job. I've only in my life studied business and philosophy, a bunch of businesses, and I have spent since I was 25 years old, because of my sensitivity to being uncomfortable. I'm going to write that down, okay? Why would I write that word down, those words down in a second? My sensitivity to discomfort or dissonance, right? Dis-ease, as some used to say, dis-ease. I have a disease. I have a dis-ease with what's going on in my environment. Okay. Some people, this may sound very critical and judgmental. Understand, anytime I've ever said anything about you or anyone else, my twin brother, some asshole that irritates me, some rich punk that behaves like he knows everything, it is literally me that I am seeing. So I can get all irritated about it, okay? But it's just part of me, okay? It's just part of me that I've been a dick before, and when I see it on somebody else, I'm like, wow, dude. You know what a wow is? It cost me so much. It was unnecessary for me to be that insecure that I had to walk around with my chest all bloated out. And that was very, very important, okay? I needed to embrace my insecurity and find out, why was I so insecure around certain people? Why? Now, everybody in here, okay, I'm a critical, judgmental human being, but I'll guarantee you, dude, I guarantee you, insecurity is a massive issue for everybody in this room. Insecurity. Look, I go hang out with you on a business deal. There's only one Gary. It's Gary every time, dude. Same questions, same points, same kind of attitude. I don't care if you're my best friend and you got a bad idea. I'm going to, dude, that's just a dumb idea. If it's a great idea, I'm going to go, wow, that's a great idea, dude. And this is how I would execute it. However, you sit me down at that same table and two 35-year, 45, 50-year-old women walk, whatever age they are, quite frankly. Except if they're my daughters. But if there's a couple of women that show, I am going to change. Now, isn't that interesting, huh? Now, some of you guys are out there making jokes and everything, but think about that. Why would a grown man change in front of two women? It's the exact same environment. Now, having said that, if those two guys that I'm talking business with bring their wives, also the conversation will change. I won't change that much. That's not true. I will change a lot with two women there, with two guys. And I think the reason is I talk to men in a way that most women find it probably a little offensive. They find it too aggressive. And then if we're talking about business and then the wife or the girlfriend brings up stuff that, you know, to add to it. And anyway, I'm going to get a lot of people angry with me. But my point is, if you don't think that you change, and I'm going to say that I think everyone changes radically. Okay, not just a little deviation. I would challenge you to do a couple things. One, go into a business meeting and actually interact with them. Then go to a bar, a singles bar, and whether you're married or not, just go to a singles bar and pretend and just start to see. Then go to I don't know, something else, a museum, anything, or go drive a really fast car. Go hang out with some drug addicts in Harlem. I guarantee you, what is the point I'm trying to make? You see all these faces up here? These people are representations of either myself and all the characters that are inside of me, and or they're characters of other people. Like I had someone write they tried to do a cease and desist letter 5 years ago when I was doing these charcoal faces and I was naming them. I can show you guys one time. It's actually very hilarious. I went through this whole stage of drawing these faces right here, and I would label them as, I'd give him a bow tie, and he would be the pencil whipper. Pencil whipper meaning that he's the accounting guy, or the HR guy, or the bonus man. I love bonus man. That's what got me in trouble, because I said, hey, here's Bonus Ben. And Bonus Ben is the guy that in October, November, he stops traveling. He's been traveling all year. He stops traveling, and all he does for the next 90 days is he brown noses the boss to make sure that his bonus is as big as anyone else's. Yeah, that's Bonus Ben. Anyway, I got a letter from a partner going, dude, you can't keep doing this. Cease and desist. You're making fun of my people. It wasn't pictures of their people. It was pictures of people that behave like pigs. Okay. So, and I have done that before. Okay. I've cheated. I've stolen. I've lied. I've prostituted myself. And when I say I prostituted myself, just didn't say that. Hey, I saw that man lie in public to a bunch of shareholders and I didn't say anything. I witnessed a man lying to 1,000 shareholders and I didn't say anything. Hello? Folks, that is a crime and it's a sin. I participated in lying by not saying or doing anything. Some of you guys are going to go, come on, dude. Dude, you stop telling the truth 1,000 times over your lifetime. You start keeping your mouth shut and denying what is happening right in front of your eyes, and you're looking around at everybody else, and everybody else is quiet. If you're proud of that, I got to tell you, you really need to relook at it, okay? There's no way you can be proud of watching people tell lies, obfuscate the truth over and over and over again because you're scared to look odd. You're scared to go, that doesn't make any sense. Just because everyone else has their fucking mouth shut does not mean you and I need to. I look, I observe, I then study, do some research, and then go, shoot, dude, there's a lot of noise here. For instance, I grew up Catholic. And by the way, this is an attack. What I'm getting ready to say, it's an attack on every religion. And if the Jews are a religion, which I still don't understand, it's attacking them too. Okay. Every time you guys, all of you religions, decide that you have the special solution, the special juice, the special drug, the special Mamonis, Dominus, Romanus, Beminus. Okay, whatever your trick is, drinking the blood of a fucking snake. I don't know. But none of you guys are exclusive or right. Not one of you. It is these clubs that are actually polarizing humanity. We should be looking at each other going, we are each gods. We are each gods. That's what I said. God darn, I'm just a blasphemous human being. I am God, dude. I think you're God. And the only problem with this is that we've only touched 1 or 2%. 1 or 2%. It's like that movie, the movie with all the Marvel comic movies where the guy gets the Infinity Stone. We're Infinity Stones and we think we're shit. We're Infinity Stones and we're like so scared to hold it because it's just too much power, huh? See the message? Ain't too much power for me, dude. What a way to go. I'm telling you, okay? Like you have stuck a fiber copper little thing, the width of my hair, into a nuclear furnace. And you're like, well, I'll take a kilowatt. I'll take a little tiny bit of energy. Thank you. Dude, I want to be just overwhelmed with it. Now, how do I get overwhelmed? I have to get rid of all the bullshit in my mind. If I'm a battery, like if I'm a unit that's receiving information and energy, that energy just doesn't come and leave me. It is fueling me, man. And the more I use this energy, in fact, the more I tap into the unknown energy inside of me, the more I become massively energetic. You can see it right now. By the way, for the people that are in here, I don't script this out, okay? I am simply a brush here, paintbrush, empty, do whatever you want. I ask the universe, hey, bro, just I'm the brush. Use me. I can vomit all over the microphone and the TV, and hopefully, well, I don't even think hopefully. I have faith. I have absolute certainty that what I am communicating to you is not from me. It is just through me. It is absolutely through me. Tell you, I went back. This is God honest. You could kill me. I'd die, stay in heaven, in hell for centuries. I do not prepare for this. And I do believe that I'm being used as a communication channel. I am a communicator. Okay. I am energy. I am pure energy, dude. The source of great energy. I must just tap into it. Okay. The moment I go, I am pure energy. One, that is a fact for me, dude. I am pure energy. No, notice I write that down. Okay. Not only do I write it down, folks, I write it down with enthusiasm. I am, look at the other comment. This is heavy, man. I am pure energy. You know, there's absolutely no one that's going to write that down and disagree with it. Because if you're not pure energy, what are you? Really? If you're not pure energy, what are you? We don't spend enough time just being quiet, man, asking a question. And instead of everybody on Spaces raising their hand trying to answer the damn question first so that everybody knows how smart I am, maybe I should sit there and go, I am pure energy, exclamation mark. Does anyone disagree with that? Does anyone disagree that I am pure energy? That's a great question. If I am pure energy, how much of it have I tapped into? If I'm pure energy, then pure energy probably has no limitations. I am pure energy. I am unlimited power. Focused, highly focused like a laser beam to do what I am supposed to do on this planet right now in this time. Period, man. This is it. Okay. Like if I can just tap into the purpose, I believe I will have unlimited amounts of energy. And that energy will become a magnet, man, magnetism for other people who know they are in great discomfort, that you are in dissonance, you're in disarray, you're in confusion, you're vibrating at a level that's not necessary, and it confuses mankind. We must revert to some really, 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 really simple questions, folks. Heads up, this may be a bit of a long session because I do want to go through last year, okay? And I hope you guys just are patient with me and we go through some of the notes that I made because for me, it'll be a little road down memory lane. But I think more importantly, and I think about you guys when I'm doing this. See, I think that if I just do this exercise myself, instead of what my experience was with mentors and helpers, was I usually had to pay them. Along with a bunch of other people, and we'd sit in a 3-day session, and we'd hear people talk to us. Well, what I want to do is I am talking amongst us, and I'm actually doing the I am as we go. Unlike the doctors and the counselors, they never do their own work. I mean, I'm not saying they don't do their own work, but they never do it in front of the patient or the client or the target. And, I think that's a real shame, okay? Because the truth is, I think the more I have, the humility and humanity to just share with you that I am not a perfect person. To share with you that I have bowel movements and boogers and sweat. And sometimes I don't feel good. And sometimes I have a bad attitude. Sometimes I'm terrified. I've been terrified most of my life. You would never have known it, by the way, except through my insecurity, all the chips on my shoulder, the ego, the unnecessary steps and actions I needed to take just to prove something to someone else. Oh, by the way, they weren't even paying attention. It's me I'm trying to improve. It's me I'm trying to like, hey, look at how cool you are, dude. Nobody else. It's like I have a personality inside of here that I'm trying to impress. You know, Carl Jung said the privilege of a lifetime. The privilege of a lifetime was not billions of dollars and control and accolades and college dorms named after you, but the privilege of a lifetime become truly who you are. Become truly who you are. Now, you know, I got to tell you, I know a lot of people. I know billionaires and whatever, how are all these numbers? A bunch of rich people. I know a bunch of poor people. I know a bunch of people that have started businesses and destroyed them. I know people that have destroyed their lives. I know people who have stolen. I know people who have done things that made $250 million and then, you know, people ended up in prison. I mean, I know a lot of people with a lot of cool stories, interesting stories. I know a lot of people with lots of things, helicopters, planes, villas, girlfriends, can get into any membership club ever. But I know very few who truly know themselves. In fact, I would say that I know very, 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 very few. Okay. It is smaller than the fingers on my hand, on my right hand. I do not know myself, by the way. I am not above this. I think this is almost a endless journey to know self. Why would it be an endless journey? Well, it would be an endless journey if I am pure, infinite energy, wouldn't it? It would be most certainly be an infinite journey. All right. I'm going to try to do this so this thing doesn't last too long, and I don't want to bore you guys. My notes have gotten expansively bigger. March of 2025, I manage those around. Okay, I'm making all kind of notes here. Disconnect and then reconnect. Disconnect from inventory environment. Okay, inventory environment. I keep writing this over and over. Inventory environment. Who's around me? I'm talking really about disconnecting from people that are actually harming me. You really, really should look around. Two things. One, look around at people who are critical, negative, and don't have things. If they're in your life, they're not going to support you. Okay, your dreams are bigger than their dreams. They can't even experience it. So you like really got to clean your zip up, your zip code. By the way, I'm a big believer in moving when you're young. 3/16/25, time. I'm writing words: time, love, and appreciation. Listen to this. A big, tough seriously wealthy gangster entrepreneur, and gangster, I mean, just by staying fucking alive against a bunch of monopoly players. It's actually unbelievable. They call me the gangster, and they're the criminals. Here's one. This is monster. This is awesome to go back, dude, and look at. Do not negotiate with your dreams. Somebody repost that, okay? Please repost. Come to this room of I Am. Gary Cardone says, do not. Yo, boys. Do not negotiate with your dreams. You'll lose. You will lose negotiating with your dreams, modifying them, tweaking them. Dude, dream. Don't worry about how you're going to get there. As soon as you start discounting the dream, or modulating it, one, you've already betrayed yourself. Because your dream is coming from within, man. It's a gift. You came here with it. I think I came here with this attitude. I am not going to just step in line and pay attention to see what everybody else is doing. In fact, the more people get together on a cause, the less I'm interested. Humanity constantly makes the wrong decision as a group. And you're worried about not being in the group, but they always make the worst decisions. A group, a herd makes poor decisions, people. It is only in being an individual is there genius. And then the genius inside of a group can come when the leaders themselves are so clean and so clear in their leadership, they don't need to prove anything. You then build a society of powerful people. And the first rule would be, hey, we start school and we have babies and we start asking these children who they are. Who they are. I never ask anybody, hey, what do you do, man? Now, I might ask you what you do if I have no interest in you. But I'm really interested in who are you? Who are you? The next time you sit down with someone for dinner, say, hey, man, I've never asked you this question. Like, who are you? I don't really want to hear the whole, well, I have a wife and 2 kids and I wear shorts and, play golf. Who are you, man? Another human being sits down and looks at you and says, hey, who are you? I'm telling you, that is a person that's actually interested. That person is very interested in you, not what you do. Okay, the do will become important. Like if I wasn't doing this, you wouldn't know about me. And 2, you should actually go, dude, you started this. You said you were going to do it. Now you're not doing it. You should hold me responsible. But if I came here and all I did was talk to you and said, blah, 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 look, man, do not negotiate with your dreams. I have negotiated with my dreams my whole life. I have. This is I need another something to mark on. But this is that's awesome. Okay, here, same day, March 16. I am not a prostitute. Beg you guys. I beg you. Okay, look, the I am part is stay positive. If you get stuck, or if you get like me, I kind of like going dark. Okay, I like going to the other extreme and going, okay, look, I just don't think I can hit my dreams. I'm a loser. My dreams are my dreams, but I don't really think I can execute my dreams, even though they're my dreams. So guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to hedge my bets. I'm going to take a job over here with Chevron, and I'm going to work on my dreams. I'm a prostitute, man. Okay. See what happened? I listened to a man, and I have stock in this company, and he lies to the shareholders, and I don't do anything. Prostitute. I do business with someone because the margins are real good, but I know they're a criminal. Prostitute. I am not a prostitute. I'm going to say something that's going to offend some people, but I believe every human being on this planet has been a prostitute at one point or time. Absolutely. You may have not had sex, but what did you say? What did you not say? That 401k you needed, that bonus, maybe that metric you changed a little bit. I have done a lot of things that would be considered prostitution in any person's definition. Today, I'm an awesome human being. I ain't going to prostitute myself for anything. There is no amount of money on this planet, and there's nobody powerful enough for me to shut up. So let's move on. I write myself a note on the 23rd. How you doing, buddy? Answer: alone, lonely, need direction. Direction is the answer. I'm in tension, self-absorbed. Okay. And I scratch right through it. Hey, gotta get over that shit. I am here. I am alive. I am aware. I am one of one. This is the moment I start doing the I am one of one thing. It really hits me. Okay. Like it fucking smashed through my brain. I'm 67 years old. It took me this long to, I am one of one, my God. So are you, dude. One of one. And we're spending all our time masquerading it, hiding it. Okay? If you look at the people that you really admire, name some of them, dude. They're all crazy. Muhammad Ali. Okay? Elon Musk, whoever. I hate using the same old names over. Well, you know what? We use the same old names over and over because we have so few great leaders. Boys. Settle. Okay. Here's what date is this? This is April. Last time you settled, dude. Stop settling. Gary, stop settling. We're in April. I start talking about criticism and dissonance. I have a rule. If I criticize anything, I look within myself. What part of what I'm looking at resembles me, resembles a behavior I have had or an action that I have had before that I'm guilty for, that I'm ashamed of, or something I continue to do that really, really irritates me, but I see it in another human being. If I criticize, I must look within. I don't point fingers, okay? I don't do that. As soon as I do this, dude, listen, okay? If you can spot it, you got it. And those people are a gift to you. I know you're going to hate them. Okay. Those people are a gift to you. They ignite a part of you that you must look at. Okay. If you look at that part that you criticize other people, I promise you this world will be a better place. The more I look and become humble as to my humanity, my errors, dude, humans make a lot of errors. You know, maybe we're just too smart. My dogs do not make the same mistake that most human beings make. They don't. You know why? It hit me last night. They're grateful. They're grateful all the time. I could not feed these animals for 3 days. They're still grateful to see me, dude. Nobody's bitching. They come snuggle up against me in bed. I get on the couch, take a nap, dude, they're all, hey, I like the old man. Dude, they give me so much and ask for so little. They give me so much and ask for so little, and they're just happy and thankful. You know, I smashed a picture on X last night of Abbott sitting on the diving board just chilling. I'm like, hey, what's wrong with this picture? Why is it that this cat looks more chilled out and comfortable than everybody I know? Now you're going to say he doesn't have a brain, but he's in the moment. You know, I think that was the lesson. Wow, he's just chilling, man, just looking around. He doesn't have any music on. There's birds flying around. There's dolphin in the water, and I'm making so much noise in my life, I don't have time to look around at the beauty. And in that beauty, if I'm silent, see, that's something we don't have right now, guys. So I'll write that down. Silence is important, vital, in fact. Oh, also aloneness. That's one of the things I've learned this year. I always knew this, okay, but articulating it to other people has been very, very powerful. And the reason it's been so powerful is for the first time in my life, I finally acknowledged to myself and other people, like, I don't really like being alone. Like, I've never really, I have never traveled for pleasure by myself. I have traveled my whole life by myself in business. But to think about going to Peru and hanging out for 2 weeks in Peru just by myself, terrifying. Why would that be? It's something I have to look at, okay? It's been true my whole life. In fact, I actually don't even like holidays. They drive me crazy. I don't know what to do. All right, so dissonance comes up in April a lot. And I'm going to suggest to you that you write the word dissonance down. Dissonance for me is a vibration in me that I cannot get rid of. It's weird. It doesn't feel comfortable. You know, it doesn't sit right with me. The tuning fork, this would be when I started thinking about the tuning fork. The tuning fork is not aligned in the frequency. It's ugly. You can feel it. Okay. Dissonance is someplace I have to go to. It is in that discomfort. I'm telling you, the discomfort is the goal. Okay. Your feelings, fear, terror, no action. I can't take any action. Okay. Because you're thinking too much. All of that is dissonance that I have to figure out how to push through. I just have to push through. Okay. Doubt and thinking lead to no action. Doubt and thinking lead to no action. Okay. Action is king, man. It's not king if you just being crazy with it, no focus. But, you know, I can think the hell out of something, but I'm only ever going to discover my level of confidence once I do it. Once I actually pull the trigger. And then I go, oh, shit, man, that didn't work too well. So realign. It says here, doing nice things for others, receiving from others. You know how you receive from others? You give it to them, dude. You don't need anything from anyone. You need to go help people. Let me tell you a story. Yesterday, I went to the gas station and filled up. There's a lady, must have been 1,000 years old, 80 years old, trying to clean her windows. I walked over there. I said, ma'am, can I help you clean your windows? She didn't even know what to say to me, man. Okay. Like she just looked at me and said, well, do you want to? I thought that was a really, really interesting question. Well, do you want to? And I said, yes, I do want to. I want to help you. And if you don't mind, I was like, this is an 80-year-old lady. I mean, I could have scared the shit out of her. Poor 80-year-old lady, dude, pumping her own gas. You can see an 80-year-old lady or an 80-year-old man pumping his own gas. Maybe not the man, but like, seriously, man, wouldn't hurt you to go help him. I think that lady probably went home going, whoa, man, something happened to me today that hasn't happened in 30 years. Last time she had somebody clean her windshield was probably in 1970 when they used to have gas stations with attendants. And part of the deal was when you paid a whole $1 for gallon, you'd also get your windshield screen, your back, all your windows Windexed, and they check you off. That's right. I must inventory those around me. I must inventory myself. I must inventory those around me. I must inventory behaviors of those people. I must inventory me. How comfortable am I? Question. This is a great question, guys. When you figured out that you figured it all out, all you got to do is ask yourself one question. Well, gosh, now that I've been doing this for 6 months and I know myself, ask yourself this. Do I really know myself? The more you put yourself in situations like what I'm doing here, most certainly you will learn more things about yourself. April the 27th, this is 6 months basically into this. I'm doing the tuning fork. I'm into authenticity, happiness, and love. Being uncontrollable and being uncomfortable. See, I think being uncomfortable is actually the key, and we're all running away from being uncomfortable. Once I just confront these frequencies, I'm writing all this stuff down right in April. Frequencies are anger, worry, chaos, fear, anger, rage, hate, jealousy, envy, shame, guilt. These are energies, man. I'm full of energy. Anger, worry, chaos, fear, drama, rage, hate, jealousy, envy, shame, guilt. Full of energy. Awesome. If I can confront those, embrace them, they will be neutralized. They will not have the power to drive every decision I have. Every decision I make is colored with some part of me I haven't ever even discovered. Pongo says, purge all the noise. Dude, the noise. I spend 2 hours before I start doing this, not writing or doing anything, but being quiet. Being quiet, closing my eyes, and I am. Prepare me. Okay? I am attracting perfect energy in those quiet moments. Do not negotiate with your dreams, which is another way of saying don't negotiate with your one of oneness, man. You have this beautiful, perfect thing. You don't even know the value of it, and you're busy covering it up. You're busy not digging it out. You're busy listening to bullshit from people selling drama, man, and dopamine. There's no magic in the dopamine. There isn't. There isn't any magic in the drama. I get very, very frustrated with the amount of time people, well, I'll just go ahead and say it because we're going to get there. It's amazing how much energy and time people spend on things that don't require them to do anything. For instance, let's talk about Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin's price has moved 12 cents and the end of the world is coming. The US dollar is collapsing and Russia will make their own money and be the largest energy player on the planet, or whatever our synopsis. Or no, like, one, I can't do anything about any of that. But that we spent 2 hours debating, arguing, and studying a situation that's full of mistruths, lies, and misinformation. Wouldn't it have been more productive use of our time, Gary Cardone? Wouldn't it have been a very useful time of 1 hour, not 2 hours, but just use half the time and do an inventory of your own oil reserves, your own energy reserves, your own intellectual reserves, your own super knowledge that other people may or may not have. And you're sitting there going, super knowledge? I don't have any super knowledge. My name's Bob, dude. I ain't got no super knowledge. Other people have super. That's bullshit, dude. Okay? Like, I don't have super knowledge either. But right now, I'm dropping super knowledge on your ass. All I have to do is show up, man. Okay? All I have to do is show up and get rid of all the interference. Most of it's interference. Most of it's interference. Okay? Man, we might be here a long time. I'm just getting through, like, we're on Mother's Day, and I write, oh, man. Man. Sorry, guys. Just had a. Here I'm on a page here. It says, to lose the power of confrontation is to lose the power of unity. To lose the power of confrontation is to lose the power of unity. I see so many people unwilling to confront another human being. By the way, in a kind way, in a educational way, in a nice way, in a hey man, seems like a little over the top way. You don't have to, you don't have to like destroy someone. I am a lover. I'm writing all this stuff down here. I'm a lover and an artist, a creator. I am comfortable in my skin. Now, I have been saying this since I was really young, dude. I am comfortable in my skin. I really encourage people to make this as a habitual what's the word for it? When you repeat something, I am comfortable in self. I like Gary. I embrace all of Gary's abilities, all of them. I am Gary Cardone. I am a one of one. Dude, remind yourself always when you're confused, no, dude, I'm a one of one. Now, you might be the biggest freak on the planet, but you're still going to be the best freak on the planet. You're a one of one, man. Go freak it out. I mean, put the freak on, okay? Put the freak on. I love that. Maybe we'll have next week. What can you do to put the freak on? Mantra. That's the word. Thanks, Pongo. I am calm. I am at peace. I am comfortable in my own skin. I am at peace. I am powerful. I am articulate. I help many millions of people. My intentions are clean and good. I accomplish miracles. I am rich beyond belief. I am kind. By the way, I never talk about money when I'm doing I am, and not add, I am kind. I am not a prostitute. I am a good man, irrespective of how much money I may or may not have. Irrespective of how much I may or may not have. I am a good man. It is freakier for me to be a good man in a duressful, stressful, scary situation than it is for me to capitulate. Okay? Like, I love being freaky. I like being different than other people, okay? I find most of you people fucking boring as shit. Really? And I don't want to. I want to see a bunch of crazy people out there, dude. I want to see flowers in a field. I want to see a monster sunflower, a huge tree, some crazy piece of art, you know, some exceptionalism, some Jimi Hendrix, man. Damn, I'm proud that we're doing this. I got to tell you, man. I got to tell you, I can't even believe I'm going to say that. This is the most important thing I've ever done in my entire life. Who would have thought? I can't even. I want to cry, actually, by saying it, because it's so damn true. It's ridiculous. I actually want to go like, what is happening to me? I mean, no kidding. Like seriously. It is staggering to me that I have changed this much by doing this. It is weird. I am the solution. May the 25th. Awesome. This is an awesome postulate, okay? I am the solution. Not a solution. I am the solution, man. June the 1st, 2025. This will be another thing, a fact that I discovered here. I think I really knew this before, but I never said it the way I said it this time. And when I say I said it, the way it came out of me. Because again, I am not responsible. If this is intelligent in this communication I'm doing, this is not my intelligence. Okay. If it's dumb, it's because I just got carried away and I made some mistakes. But I said one day, I'm like, dude, you know, obsession, which I have been accused of being a little over the top my whole life, being too narrow in the things that I'm interested in, which leads me to being only interested in areas where I can be obsessed. And I have felt shame about that moment. In fact, I have sought counseling over this matter because people were going, well, you know, you have an addictive personality. Dude, I have an obsessive personality, okay? I am an obsessed freaking human being, and I like it. I do. I love it. It has served me so well, it's ridiculous. The only people bitching about obsession or my obsession are the people that don't have it. They don't have the passion, man. The passion and the obsession come the same. This isn't like, you know, a manic a drug addict, like seeking out the heroin. Dude, obsession with just being like, I have to do this. The kind of, I have to do this with total abandon. And that I am probably better at than anybody else in my family or anybody that I know. I can jump off a damn ledge better than anybody I know. Totally obsessed in my belief system. It is that moment that I feel so alive, dude. I feel alive. And I feel like I honor the universe by taking that obsession, okay, without reservation, dude, and jumping. My brother called me, I don't know, it was 2000, probably 2000. And I just walked out of a room doing a deal. It was a monster deal. I shorted the entire output of one power station for 5 years, meaning I sold it. I mean, it's like the entire output of a power station. And he asked me, he said, well, like, what does that mean? I said, well, it means we're going to make $1 billion or I'm probably going to lose my job, my career. He said, why would you do that, dude? And that was very interesting to me. He asked that because for me, I couldn't have not done it. Like it was there. It was there. I saw it there. It would be like meeting this is a horrible analogy, but it would be like meeting. It would be like, you know, walking down the beach and finding a genie's bottle and just kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to rub it. Okay, I know it's there, but I'm not going to rub it. And for me, when I do something and then the present shows up, I got to open it. And what I'm saying is that I think I'm a gift, okay? I think I am a wild card, a joker in the deck of decks. And it is upon me to understand fully how a jokey I am, like how crazy, how wild, how creative am I? If my intention is to harm no one and to help others, by the way, those are different things. My intention is to harm no one and help many. Pretty much, I think if my intentions are cool, I'm going to be okay. Even if I get a little out of control, even if I get a little crazy, I would rather you be a little crazy than conservative. Y'all were taught to be conservative. You were trained to be conservative. Shh, don't say anything. Someone else will lead. There'll be a colonel and you'll take directions from him. That boss knows. The president knows. You just follow. Fuck following. Okay? Sorry for the abusive language, but obsession has served me well. And one thing, that word is so powerful and it like has a use case. I think, at least for me, if somebody says, hey, bro, get the fuck off your ass and go to work, that's sometimes what I need to hear. June 8th, I'm angry with politics, freedom, free. What does goodness? Talking about freedom here in June, and the truth is, I basically go, dude, nobody's free if they're not speaking their truth. June 13th, I am powerful. I am an awesome communicator, conscientious. I am a one of one. Do no harm. That does not mean that I can't upset somebody. Do no harm. My intention is to do no harm. I am authentic. And in this book, and I ask one question: are you free? It's a question that you should write down right now and ask yourself, hey, are you free? I would ask everyone to write that down. Just write it down in your notepad. You don't have to answer it. I'm not asking you to answer. It's a redundant. We're going to throw this question out there, and it's going to live in your little cloud universe for a few hours. Okay? Am I free? Man, probably should ask that question every day. We start the new book. I'm gonna get through this quick. Are you guys entertained by listening to some of what we discovered, or is this boring? Because I am gonna get to something. Lonely. Now we're into June. I'm talking a lot about being alone and lonely. If you are single, if you've widowed, widowy, or whatever they call it, you don't have anybody, stop complaining about it. It is awesome, dude. To have space in and of itself, by yourself, no responsibilities. You have the ability, the time, and the space, the environment to self-reflect. Reflect on self. I have spent my whole life criticizing the whole world. It hasn't changed it one bit. I have spent my entire life criticizing the whole world, businesses, big businesses, regulators, families, teachers, cops, the system. It has never, ever helped anything. What's helped is I am responsible. July 20th, I am church. I am communion, man. See, I am beginning to now create through communicating to self. I am a leader. I am okay with being a teacher. Why did I just do that? Because my ego goes, "Ooh, dude, really? You're going to say you're a teacher?" I don't know why I do that, but there's something inside of me. It's almost like it's a shame volume. Bro, you can't be it. Somebody else is going to be the teacher. I don't think so. Not the way I teach. 720. Fix your I am and you fix yourself. Dude, these are books, dude. This is brilliant. Fix your I am and you fix yourself. You don't need a counselor, dude. Like, this is so easy to do. It's stupid. I am power. I am powerful. I fix myself. Fix yourself and fix the world. That's fucking awesome. I love that. Actually, I'm gonna have to rewrite that down. Fix self, fix world. It's not really fixing either. It's just repairing, man. You know, it's like, it would be like reconstituting. Nobody's ever taken time to really look at what their ingredients are. What's in your recipe? What's the ingredients inside you will define how many different meals you're able to make, right? You have unique ingredients. You have unique interest. You have probably a unique little I don't know, maybe a spiritual code, energy code, some kind of thing inside you that, pushes you in a particular direction. The direction it points me into is creative things, disruption, really bright things, excitement, maybe a little fear. I dig that stuff. It turns me on, man. It keeps me on the edge, and I like that. I am aware, I am aware, I am aware, I am purpose. I make a freaking massive difference in this life. I am aware of every day. I am conscious. I am a one of one. I write this down every day, guys. It is so important to remember. I am one of one. I have not been told this my entire life. I've been told I am one of 8 billion. I am one of one. You cannot say I am one of one more or too many times. You can't. And you can't remind everyone around you that they are also unique and a one of one. I am a warrior. I am able. I am purposeful. I am spiritual. I am love. I radically alter this planet. The right thing to do is the right thing to do. Look, I think this is a genius comment. I mean, in fact, I found this comment written by some famous author. I cannot remember who it was. I'll look it up, but I'm like, oh my God, I said that in June, and some author had written it before. I'd never read that. The right thing to do. People go, hey man, what's the right thing to do? The right thing to do is the right thing to do. I mean, like, that is the thing to do, man. Oh, it's so funny, huh? The weight of your thought determines the weight in your action. The weight, the heaviness in your thought, July 20th, determines the weight or the delay in your actions, okay? Think it. Don't think it and then act, man. The thinking is a great way to stay in fear. At some point, you got to pull the trigger, okay? And the trigger, by the way, does not have to be the trigger of a nuclear weapon. The trigger is really simple. Oh, wow. Okay, look, I'm watching this Gary thing. Never seen one like this, so I'm going to watch him for a little bit. He told me to get a pencil and get a book. Hello. These are triggers, dude. Go get your book, write I am on the front of it. We've just triggered a moment. Bob is saying, I am. I'm starting. I am. Dude, trigger. Notepad, pencil. It's a tiny commitment. Tiny commitment. Okay. You want to hear a crazy story about a freak show? I decided I'm going to start painting, and I buy $30,000 worth of canvases. Seriously, okay? I called a lady up that I knew she was heavy in art, and I said, hey, if I don't buy 50 canvases, I'm going to wake up one morning and want to paint something, and if I have to go to the store and get a canvas, that ain't going to happen. And if I have all those canvases there and I paid for them, I'm going to feel horrible if I don't put them to work. So literally, I go, look, I must have 70 canvases, blank canvases in a garage, and massive amounts of paint. Some of it goes bad, just so that I am committed. I will mess with myself so many different ways. It's unbelievable. I will like, this is the funny thing. I won't manipulate you, but I will manipulate myself all the time. It is the weirdest thing. Okay. So trigger. Hey, go get your notepad. Okay. Start writing. Wow. This is heavy. This is August. This is very important, people. I am requires solitude. Sorry. I am is not a group sport. It is not a family sport. It is not a couples sport. You can't get a couples I am massage. Okay. In fact, you can't even get a couples massage. It's the dumbest idea. It's my massage, man. I am requires solitude. It requires courage. It requires you to be embarrassed, because it will be most certainly out of the norm. And I need to acknowledge that solitude is not something that's easy for me. I said it. I am requires solitude, and then I made a comment, something I am not good at. Then I write, do I like being with myself? I want you to ask yourself, I want you to write this question down in your book, and I want you to highlight it. I want you to come back to it on a regular basis. In fact, we're going to have a session on this one day. It'd be awesome. I want you to ask yourself one thing. Do I like myself? Do I like myself? Write it down. Write it down and think about it. You know, all doing this, I'm saying things like, man, I feel like a fake. I have doubt. I don't think I've done enough. Like I said, hey, if I were to die today, I don't think I've done enough. I don't think I've lived up to my potential at all. Like maybe 30%. God, I wish I'd have had people like, and maybe I just have the life I have, but man, I wish somebody would have talked about I am. The road less traveled. This is when I came on the authenticity thing, guys. This for me is the moment I was like, all right, I'm a one of one. The only way I am a one of one is if I am a one of one, then that means I'm like uniquely, I'm a monster rare thing, right? If it's truly a one of one, yet I don't really even know what all my one of onenesses are, right? Like what makes me one of one over, say, an acceptable Jad, okay, or the Blanche. But you start thinking about it, you're like, dude, I have an identical twin brother. So this is a good test case for me. I am one of one. He's he, I am me. I am one of one. Am I living as if I were a one of one? Probably not. Or you? Do you like yourself? Okay. August. I must connect from people operating out. I must disconnect from people whose frequency and energy is juxtaposed or negative to mine. Okay. I really believe there's harmonics and there's frequency. In fact, I think that's probably all there is. Again, if I was suggesting or encouraging anyone to do anything, once you disconnect, look, you have to identify and inventory the people and the energy around you. Anyone around you that's been, poo-pooing on your mental condition, you must disconnect from. I don't care who they are. Okay. Their problems cannot become your problems. Their limitations should not be yours. And let me tell you something, okay? The more you do this, you must be comfortable with not being liked by other people. Like, I'm just to the point now, I just don't give a toss, okay? I have good intentions. It's not to push anyone away or make anybody worse or make anybody better. But I find I've spent so little time just all by myself. You people who spent a fucking tremendous amount of time with other people who don't know themselves, they're carrying around belief systems from their parents and their parents' parents and their parents' parents' religion and that lie and this myth. And you wake up in the 21st century and you're looking around going, I want to be like everybody else, but everybody else is not themselves. So you're going to have to get, like, if you're interested in fitting in, you should not ever waste another second watching me or listening to me. Fitting in is not the solution. Fitting in, one, you never do. Notice everyone that tried to fit in. This will freak all you fitter-inners. You have never, ever actually ended up feeling comfortable because you've never fit in. Because you're so busy changing yourself to fit in. Where the fuck would you fit in? Okay, you have to just look at yourself. Honestly. Oh, I'm scared. I'm a scaredy cat. Okay, you can get beyond that, man. I'm a shameful person. Ooh, I did really bad things with a dog once when I was 4. Who cares, man? I feel like I spent too much time reviewing last year, but last year was awesome, man. This week, 8:31, cut out the noise. Left with space to fill. Cut out the noise. Okay, what is the noise? News. A bunch of space queens all arguing with each other. I don't listen to a bunch of the world's ending. Okay. I need a void, man. I need a big old black piece of quiet, a blank sheet of paper, and permission to myself to explore parts of me that I have never, ever explored. Every time I point my finger at Billy Bob over down the street because he's being a dick, is the same minute I could be looking at myself and figuring out how to improve. And the cool thing is Billy Bob the dick, he's the one that's going to actually trigger and help me look at an area. So don't feel ashamed by it. Just understand, hey, that's a warning light. That's an area you need to look at. Now, I think by August, this would be 6 months ago, I started like really freaking out. Okay. Like I started asking myself questions like, hey, I just had a thought. Whose was that? Sitting in a paint room one night, and I find myself doing whatever I'm doing. And I went, hey, I wonder what green would look like. Hey guys, you think I should add some green? Literally, the lawyers are going to sue me. Literally, I say to myself, hey guys, how do you think green would do? I said, hey guys, think I'm crazy, huh? The question is, who am I speaking to? And why is there a response? Nah, man, green's not good, dude. Not that green. Who am I talking to? By the way, who's communicating back? There is a voice that is in dialogue. Now, I am told that there are people on this planet that this does not happen to. They don't have an inner dialogue. I cannot believe that. I have been talking to myself forever, man. And if you start asking yourself these questions like, hey, do I like myself? Figure out who's answering the question. Now, you can see just through my writings, I'm getting really, really much more animated. I'm getting more comfortable doing this self-definition. I'm writing down things like labels and titles equal ego. Self-definition. I'm a doctor. Ego. I am a CEO. Ego. I'm a billionaire. Ego. Who cares, man? Do not define value. Do not define value with numbers. Notes 831, cut the noise out and the inner voice will speak. Cut the noise out and the inner voice will have volume. Become aware, cut noise. I am aware. I am everything. I am aware of everything inside of me. I am conscious. I am the road less traveled. The road less traveled is the road to travel, folks. The road less traveled. Do what other people are not willing to do, and you will be spectacular. Do what the masses do, and you will be mediocre. Mediocre. Okay, I have no interest. God, come on, man. Imagine you're God. You create all this great stuff. And I don't know if there is a God or not a God or what God is. And I think the word God's been grossly abused. I do not mean any disrespect to any religions on this. However, if I was a God and I created your ass, Kristen Crooks, and you were pretending to be like 30% of what you are, I would be really disappointed, man. Why did I waste all my energy on creating a super unique one-of-one gem, all kind of peculiarities in its thought process and mental state and capabilities, and then you go around hiding it at every chance you can. The Road Less Traveled, by the way, by a guy named Peck. It's an outstanding book. I believe every household should have a copy of this book. And the reason I say that is there isn't one person of the 5,500 listening here. If you live long enough, there will come a time that life is so painful that you actually just question your very existence, why you're here. It is that moment, I think, that helps best define me. But I've never met anyone who lived long enough that they did not wake up and go, oh, wow, like I am truly lost. I don't know what to do. But I'm in trouble. I'm lost. And I think it's a great, 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 great point to be at. Now, for a couple of you guys, energy of the universe, and you guys that like to make, 4, 5, 6 comments, you need to listen better, my friend. Okay? You need to listen. I did not say that there was a God or no God or, okay? Did I say that? I am not blind, my friend. What I said is that I am incapable of understanding what God is. And by the way, that's what I believe. My container is simply not big enough. And the point I was really making was that most all comments made about God over the last century or two has been massively discounted, degraded, twisted, confused, manipulated, used to enslave other people. So, yes, I am not going to use the word God and just splash it all religiously all over my little space, because the truth is this space is not a religious space. This space is not a dogmatic religious or organized space. It is simply a space where I am going through an exercise of asking God as I understand him, it, me, whatever. That is what I'm exploring. And quite frankly, sir, I sure wish some priests, preachers, and rabbis would have actually facilitated this method of me learning about God instead of throwing things down my throat, reading habitual mantras of ritualistic sayings that literally become so habitual. In fact, I was in France and I did Catholic mass at Lourdes. Is it Lourdes? And the Louvre, I think it was Lourdes, and the big church there. I can't remember the name of it. And the woman I was with said, "Dude, I didn't know you knew Latin." She was all impressed. "Wow, dude, you know Latin?" I don't know Latin. I just know exactly within 3 minutes, 8 minutes, 22 minutes what to do if you're in a Catholic church. Step down, stand up, put your things on, do this. Hey, listen, I am not making fun. But mantras and repetition of information that somebody says to you every Sunday does not make you a God-fearing, God-loving person. It most certainly doesn't make you even a good human being. It just makes you terrified of something you don't even understand. I am going to learn and understand and know more about God by the time I'm done with this life because of what I'm doing right here. So you can feel sad all you want to, but quite frankly, you ought to probably check your ego and check your criticism at the door, because you don't know shit about God. I don't know anything about God. And I think we're just all trying to figure it out. So forgive me for not being a genius about things way outside my realm, but I am doing the best I can, trying to do the best I can, and trying to make other people come awake, alive. Okay. You are most welcome to be here if you don't believe in God, folks. You are most welcome to be here if you do believe in God. And if you believe in nothing, you're welcome to be here also. Okay. I am open to everyone unless anybody starts messing with my energy and trying to make me smaller. All right. The right thing to do is the right thing. Hey, I start writing down, listen, big. Listen. People don't listen anymore. Read, listen. Listen to yourself too, man. It's here's the holy grail of being a great human being. Best thing I can do is to speak out, man. Speak out loudly. See, all this, all that's awesome, man. But if I'm not speaking my voice and the truth, all the communions and wafers and Hail Marys, I ain't buying it, man. Okay, uh, I'm not buying it. I think we have to take action, and we have to show the world how magical things can be. Transparency. When I don't have transparency in my life, I know there's a lie here. Okay. October the 5th, brush. My intentions is simply to be a brush. I'm really beginning to now evolve oh, wow, I have really gotten in touch with this brush thing. And it's so relieving because I'm not having to do anything. Literally, I just got to show up, right intention, right food, and go. And don't overthink things. All right. Right down here, October. Trust. Let go, trust, and then do. Okay. A couple other things, and we're going to get to what I want to talk about this morning. Hopefully, I don't lose 1,000 people because I went too long, but I am not charging any more for it. In end of October, I'm writing down words this big called underestimate. I underestimate my ability. I underestimate self. I underestimate the power of love. And I underestimate what my emotions are best suited for, which is I think my emotions are best suited for not sharing, but actually using as a guide as to what I need to do or focus on. For instance, once I have an idea and I flesh this idea out, and then I still have fear and I'm not doing anything, there's a problem there, right? Because I have the idea, but I'm not taking the action. So something's holding me up. I have to get through that part, right? I have to get through that part. Embrace your uniqueness and embellish it. Boom. Okay, I found this. This was a look. Embrace your uniqueness, embellish your crazy freak. You guys are putting mayonnaise on top of your freak. Take all the clothes off your freak and show everybody. Okay, you don't need all the dressing. All right. So here we are, 1 year anniversary. I'm more comfortable doing this. Learn that intention is more than no intention. By the way, if you have no intention, that's not cool. You have to have an intention. I need to unplug. I need to listen to inner voice. I need to read and listen some more, and I need to learn. I need to question myself about a lot of important things. I need to begin to learn to ask the right questions. Okay, so here we are in year 2. We're not talking about year 1 anymore. We try to get through this pretty quick. If you guys don't like how long this is going, just let me know, and then I'll make sure that I don't do these long. I did take the time to make some notes. So I'd like to go through it, or I could just wait till next week. So we reviewed the last year. pulled some things up that Carl Jung spoke about. And I just thought they would be valuable to reflect on and for us to think about in this week. He said once, your visions will become clear when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams? Who looks outside dreams? He who looks inside awakens. Let's have it, dude. He who looks outside dreams. He who looks inside becomes awake and aware. That is powerful, okay? Outside looking versus inward. One is dreams and fantasies, fiction, Hollywood. And the other is I become awakened. Do you want to become awakened? A little Gary manipulation technique. Gary manipulation technique 72-B. I have a lot of them. I write down, I am awake. There will be some of you that do not want to write this down. It's cool. If you can't write it down, write this down. I am asleep. I am unplugged. I am not awake. Now, you hang with that for a few days, and I think you're going to come back to going, man, I think maybe I need to be awake. There is no middle ground here. It's either awake or you're living in someone else's fantasy. Constantly looking at what could be. Okay? You are the gift. Okay? Awaken. I am here. He says, this is cool. I am not what happened to me. I am not what happened to me. I am what I chose to become. I am not what happened to me. Oh, my dad died when I was 9. It was really tough. And then my brother died when he was 20. Oh, that was tough. And I don't trust anyone. Oh, men are all bad and everybody dies. And life is like, man up. I am what I choose to become. I am what I am acting like. I am what I am reading and thinking. And most importantly, I am what I am saying. Like, I don't think things and don't throw them out into the universe. Because if I just keep them in here and I never communicate them out, like, I don't know how crazy I am. I'm not just communicating the good things out there. I need to communicate wow, why do I hate that guy? That guy's a dick, man. Right? Okay, check this one out. You're probably going to want to get your pencil ready. I would keep your pencil ready for this next 5 or 10 minutes. Until you make... He said this in 1951, 7 years before my birth. By the way, I want to just share something with you. This whole group of people, Freud, Carl Jung, in the 1880s, all the way to the 1950s, man, there was a massive group, a little bit like when the music came out for rock, but there was a huge collection of people who were all studying self, the mind, the spirit, the being, the soul. We haven't had a great philosopher that wasn't selling subscriptions to Walking on Fire and big conventions and people flying out of helicopters and motivating people. We hadn't had a fucking philosopher in 50 to 100 years, guys. All the great thinkers. You know, when I was just starting to do this, I'm like, bro, you're a business guy, dude. What the hell are you going to do getting in front of a camera? And then it hit me. I'm like I have never been this person that looks up at successful or wealthy people and go, oh, wow, I have to surrender myself to meet him just to get into his success. Oh, if I could just smell his breath, I could be better. I've just never done that. Okay. I don't even get it. I hate it when people do it to me. You know why I hate it? Because I see the other person pretending to be smaller than me. Like, dude, can I get your autograph? Until you make the unconscious conscious, this is a writer, dude. Okay, big black bold letters. Take your pencil away and put this in like oil. It will direct your life and you will call it fate. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Happen to you, your destiny. Yet in reality, it was simply your unconsciousness, your unwillingness to look at how you actually understand your life without a filter. The way you understand it, not without somebody telling you what you understand, but you understanding yourself. We study math more than we study ourselves. We study sales techniques by guys that haven't ever made any money more than we study ourselves. We study economic principles that are full of shit than we study ourselves. We buy an automobile and do research for months, yet never read our own life manual. Who is Gary Cardone? Gary Cardone's main ingredients are what? Gary Cardone has an aversion to these ingredients. You guys think I'm crazy, right? Let me tell you something. Here's the next quote. And I think I've done this really well, okay? I've done a lot of what people would call shadow work or dark work. Check this quote out, 1951 again. He was cooking, dude. No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. Let me tell you something. I am a powerful friend. I am also a very powerful member or team member. One reason is that I've been to the dark. Okay, like I'll go. I love hanging out with people who've been to the dark. Like they know the darkest parts of them. They tend not to give up on you when the shit hits the fan. If you have never looked at how sick and evil you could possibly be, how twisted, it is a fascinating experience to do, okay? If you can't see how brilliant you are, it's probably because you haven't looked at how dark parts of you are. That makes sense to me, okay? If I cannot fully embrace my brilliant light, my one of oneness, my genius, then there must be parts of me that are completely voided out and black to me. And I should dive as deep as possible into those areas and discover whatever there is there and then move on, dude. Because I am not what happened to me. I am what I do every day. I am what I decide that I am going to be today. And it is only in this thinking, I am positive. I am a great teacher. I am a great leader. My intentions are clean, clear, and powerful. I have not a bad motive in my bones, man, over doing this. This is one of the reasons I have gone, and I know this is going to be a really smart decision for me. Like I refuse to take any money through any of the stuff I'm doing on TV and video. I think I'm going to be in a position where, dude, I just never took any money. There's no motive for me. It's not going to confuse things. I am here to give back to the world. Like that. I owe the world so much, it's ridiculous. I mean, I owe everybody here. I owe 6,000 people who are like, what do you want from me, man? Now, that's a pretty cool way to live, right? You wake up and go, hey, what can I do for a bunch of people? This is awesome. Couple hours sitting in church with a bunch of friends, people. You guys should start sharing your connections with each other, start communicating with each other. Warning, not everybody in here be a nice guy. Be careful of the predators. I will never reach out to you on TikTok or LinkedIn or Facebook and ask you for money. You guys report those people. There's only one Gary Cardone, and it's not spelled correctly down there. Don't get scammed. Okay, the meeting of two personalities. This is a good one, man. The meeting, meaning the gathering of two personalities, is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is a reaction, both are transformed. Instead of you guys going around and looking for everybody to be exactly like you, and it's all copacetic and chilly and cool, and everybody's like having a love fest. There's great alchemy. There's great kind of chemical stimulation or reaction between personalities that clash. I mean, you think about putting oil and water together and what's going to happen. Well, that happens with people. Now, when we smash oil and water together, nobody starts going to war. Okay. If someone's irritating the fuck out of you, look inside yourself and ask yourself why. Okay. It's not just because he's a dick. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but making the darkness conscious. I must shed light on my void of blackness that I can't see, man. I sooner or later, I need my flashlight, and I need to go down there and go, hey, what's that little thing about? And this will be the last one. And I got to tell you, well, there's going to be two last ones. And they really, really touch me. But before I get to those two last ones, I'm going to give you one more. It's one that, like, I actually use this when I get in trouble. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of others. 1959. The psychological basis for empathy is through self-knowledge. I have a tremendous amount of empathy for people. I do, because I'm such a flawed human being. I've either done everything or I've thought about doing everything. It was not perfect. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. I would write that down if I were you. Okay, 2 more and then we're done. And then we're going to go out and help people today. The privilege of a lifetime is to truly know who you are. You don't have to wait till the end of your days to come to Jesus. This saying, come to Jesus, you know what I think that is? I think it's, hey, go look at yourself in the mirror and get honest. Come to Jesus. Come to Gary. Like, look at myself in the mirror and go, lie to Gary in the mirror. It doesn't work. It never works. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who I truly am. And leading me to his next comment, I wish I could take credit for these because they're freaking genius. Remember, the privilege of a lifetime is to become truly who you are. And then the next one is for. And he used the word, is we can discern. And I would agree with this. This is from Memory, Dreams, and Reflections, 1963. This was his answer to the existential meaning of life. Okay, remember the first one, the one I just talked about was the privilege of a lifetime is to become truly who you are. He then says, as far as we can discern, I would beg you to write this down. The sole purpose of human existence is to kindle light in the darkness of a mere being. I have always believed, as far as I can remember anyway, that I have done no greater thing in life ever that was more exceptional than those times that I took to look into and at another human being with great genuineness, with insight and honesty, and commend the human being for their brightness, for their light, for their uniqueness. As far as we can discern, this is a quote by Carl Jung, the sole purpose of human existence. The sole purpose. Folks, I got to tell you, I cannot disagree with this, okay? It is my sole purpose and the greatest thing that I will ever achieve. Not the Bitcoin, not the businesses, not anything. The sole purpose and the thing that will make me feel the best and the world to generate the best out of it is to kindle light of the darkness of another human being. It's not just kindle their light, dude. Kindle the light in terms of the darkness of that mere being. Dude, the great privilege is to know self. The purpose is to allow and to let other people see themselves, okay? To like show them the mirror to themselves, not the mirror they're looking at. They're looking at a fake mirror, okay? And then once I know my own darkness, I can then help other people see theirs, and then they become enlightened. What more can I do, man? Could I build 8 more businesses, make $1 billion more? Yeah, sure. I could do that. Hey, listen, this Billie Eilish question, okay, that my brother got all jacked up about. She just asked the question, hey, you billionaires, why are you a billionaire? I got to say, it is a fucking great question. Why are you a billionaire? She didn't say anything about giving money away. I heard it. Why are you a billionaire? Why am I doing this on Sundays? Why? What? You know what? Great question. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of a mere being. A light, not the light, not the perfect light, not all the light, a light. I believe I have done my job for the day, at least plug into you folks. And I love you guys. I hear people go, hey, I love my community. I truly love what we are doing here, because what we are doing here, the sole purpose of our human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of a mere being. Really read that sentence. It's staggering. Kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. Wow. Okay. Feel like I've done enough? I am pure energy, folks. I'm going to just pure energy, man. Silence is important. It's vital. Aloneness is cool. If you're feeling sorry for yourself about being alone, I'm telling you, man, road less traveled. Og Mandino is the greatest salesman in the world. Read, search, do anything, man. Okay? Ask the universe to give you the courage to look within. Sometimes I just got to go, hey, dude, I ain't got enough courage, man. Can you instill me with some super fucking power, some super energy, so I can look and I can be a better person tomorrow? You guys are awesome. Again, I will ask you to go out and do something nice for somebody today. Get out of your house. You can't do it from your house. You can't do it on a computer. Go out and help somebody. Go see your neighbor, man. Say, hey, you know what? I am sorry for never saying hi to you. I don't know what you need to do, but go do something nice. And I will see you next Sunday. Very, very excited that we've been together for a year. And today we probably had our longest session, year 2, session 1, November the 2nd, 2025. Hey, I really care for you people, and I really care for the people that are in your universe. There is no censorship here. You can send out these links to anyone you want. They can use them how they want. Please share this with your family, your friends, your associates, anyone that's struggling. Look, they're struggling because they haven't found a place that fits them well. Okay. In here, it's going to be safe for them to look within. And I'm going to lead the way too. You don't have to do this by yourself. Like, I'll do it. And you guys can do it. And then you're going to help other people, because from what I can discern, the sole purpose of my life existence is to kindle a light of darkness in a mere being. And I don't really think there are any mere beings. I think there are great beings that are pretending to be merely beings. All right, guys, love you so much. Thank you. And I really need you to make sure that you are awesome today to other people. All right, let's spread some love. Thank you.